What is going on, YouTube? Andrew Miller from Hook'emHeadlines.com coming back at you all today with, I think, a long-awaited video. Some exciting news for Texas today. They land five-star Waco Connally cornerback Kobe Black. Black announced his commitment to Texas over his other four finalist schools, including Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, LSU, and Oregon. The announcement came at a ceremony today at Connally High School. I believe that was in the gymnasium, and met with obviously raucous reaction from Texas fans on social media, on message boards, things like that. Just, this is a commitment that Texas fans have been waiting for a long time. It really seems like since the end of summer official visits, it kind of been teased that Black could be committing to Texas soon. But we finally get it here 1 week before the start of the early signing period on December 20th. Kobe Black is the 21st high school recruit to commit to Texas in the 2024 class, and the third blue chip defensive back, depending on how you want to classify Aaron Hampton, the four-star athlete commit from Dangerfield. Black joins four-star IMG Academy safety Jordan Johnson-Rebel and four-star Marrero John Eric cornerback Wardell Mack as the three true blue chip defensive back commits in the 24 class for Texas. Texas regains top 10 status for the 24 class in the 24/7 Sports composite team rankings, and inches closer to the top 5 in the On3 industry rankings as well. Texas definitely within grasp of another top 5 ranked class, getting Black in the mix. It will be big if Texas can get Xavier Filsamy flipped from Florida, the 5-star McKinney safety, who is coming in for an official visit this weekend. And Texas still has a handful of flip targets out there. 3-star Utah commit Hunter Andrews, athlete from Magnolia, Texas. You got Dominic McKinley, potentially 5-star defensive lineman from Acadiana in Lafayette, Louisiana. But I want to keep the focus here on Kobe Black. Talk a little bit about his recruitment, what got him to Texas, more about his game, his strengths, areas of improvement, than his projection and fit at Texas as well. Just the usual format for these videos, for these commitment breakdowns. So we'll go ahead and jump into it for his recruitment. Again, Kobe Black, a 6'2", 200-pound elite cornerback prospect out of Waco Connally in Central Texas. Texas was one of the schools that was on him for a long time. Terry Joseph and Pete Kwiatkowski built tremendous relationships with him and his family. Really made him a top priority among in-state cornerback recruits for the entire cycle, multiple years now. He's taken multiple visits to Texas and game day visits for the Longhorns as well. He was at Red River in Dallas on October 7th for Texas OU. He was at the Big 12 championship game a couple weekends ago. His brother, Corey Black, is a cornerback at Oklahoma State, and so he also was on campus at Oklahoma State a lot to watch his brother play. But his official visit to Texas was in late June. There was all sorts of buzz for Texas and Kobe Black coming out of that official visit. Terry Joseph really kind of put Texas in the position they're in this recruitment. Just had, again, a fantastic relationship with Kobe, and that really ended up paying dividends in the end for Texas. Kobe, a guy that plays both sides of the ball, actually multiple sides of the ball at Connally High School for the cadets. He plays special teams as a returner, and also plays plays skill positions on offense and plays defensive back on defense. And so very versatile guy, great athlete, good measurables. And so I think this serves as a good transition here for looking at his game, his physical profile, what he brings to the table, that sort of stuff. So again, Kobe Black, cornerback at about 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds, with just good size, good athletic traits, good wingspan as well. He might not be the most, considering that Texas has projected him in more of a boundary corner or safety role. He doesn't have the craziest height in the world. He's not like a Ryan Watts type, but 6'1", 6'2" with long arms is still great length for a cornerback. Acceleration, straight line speed, agility, hip fluidity as well, all upside for all major pluses for Kobe Black. He's someone that is able to hang with most wide receivers that he can match up with one-on-one, just again thanks to not only his physical traits, his speed, his agility, but also his instincts. He's got good anticipation and timing on the football. Also, he's someone that can play multiple positions in the defensive backfield. I mentioned versatility from the multitude of different positions he's played at Waco Connally. during his career there. But, he's someone at the next level that could play boundary corner, could play safety, just, again, thanks to the physical traits and his versatility, his football IQ. That's something that definitely sticks out for him at the next level because Texas likes to be able to cross-train those defensive backs. Someone that stands out, whether he's playing man or zone coverage, again, got that good feel for the game and understanding of different route concepts and how those develop in coverage. He's someone that brings a good level of physicality to the table. He's not going to be someone that just latches onto a receiver that is very physical, pressing all the time. But again, he has good understanding of how to play the position. He's a good fundamental cornerback, so he knows how to use his length to his advantage. And, I think for someone that does play both sides of the ball, you have to consider that his hands are, he's got soft hands. He's got good hands at the position. A lot of cornerbacks, obviously, they're not playing wide receivers, so they're not going to be bringing down, double-digit interceptions every single season. But Kobe is someone that could really be a ball hawk at the next level. If a ball's thrown his way, he's definitely someone that can make some nice catches and be really disruptive back there. In regard to his ability to contest space, defend the run. Someone that, again, has good feel for the game, good range. He doesn't have elite straight line speed by any means, but he does have good speed. And so, coming up in run defense, making some of those downhill run stops, something he's definitely capable of. Defending around the line of scrimmage as well, blowing up plays in the screen game in the backfield, something that he does well and he anticipates well. He's one of the more versatile corners that you'll see in this class and someone that can make an impact in multiple phases of the game on defense. On special teams, he's someone that could play in coverage or as a return man. I just would think that Texas has more viable options in the kick and punt return game with some of the weapons they have, and not only committed in this 24 class, but on campus right now. Guys like Jonte Cook, for instance, Keelan Robinson. So some of his potential areas of improvement, since he is a high floor prospect, this isn't the biggest part of the list necessarily. But again, I've mentioned that he's got good speed. I don't necessarily think it's great. And one thing I've seen mentioned quite a few times is he's someone that can get caught, I wouldn't say caught napping, but can get caught up in space and can get outrun by some of the faster, more elusive guys in space. I would say, really anticipating the tackle and, tackling better fundamentally is something that he really does need to work on. You notice on film that there are some missed tackles that he has in pass coverage and defending the run or just contesting space. Showing better fundamentals, anticipation when it comes to contesting space, better tackling would probably be the three areas I would pinpoint for him as areas of improvement. But yeah, let's go ahead and get onto his projection and fit at Texas. I keep saying it, he's a high floor prospect, someone that Texas has pitched that he can come in and make an impact right away. Especially if Texas ends up losing redshirt junior boundary corner Ryan Watts at the NFL draft next spring. Black is one of those guys that can come in and compete for starting reps there right away. Texas saw a true freshman make a huge impact at cornerback this fall with Malik Muhammad, former high 4-star recruit. And so, not afraid to give a lot of these impact freshmen early snaps right away and really show what they can do. And Kobe's going to be in that situation next year. I even think if Ryan Watts returns, there's the potential that he could play safety next year. So, for Kobe, that opportunity will be his for the taking to get a spot on the 2 deep as a true freshman at boundary corner. He could end up playing safety over the long term, but I do think that boundary corner is where he will start during his time on the 40. I would anticipate, given his feel for the game, his playmaking ability, his length, that he's someone that will not only thrive in the SEC, but really by his second or third year on campus should be able to compete for all SEC caliber honors. He's got that type of feel for the game, that type of talent. Definitely multi-year contributor at Texas, multi-year starter, and someone that will be a tremendous versatile fit in the defensive backfield for Texas. And so I do want to take a look at what's next for Texas in the 24 class after adding Kobe today. A lot of attention has been paid to the defensive backfield among Texas's top priority recruits late in the cycle. 1 week out from signing day now, the top priority at this point is 5-star Florida commit and McKinney safety Xavier Filsaime. Texas has gone in home now, I believe, twice with Filsaime. If not, it's scheduled for later this week. He took a midweek official or unofficial visit to Texas a couple of weeks ago. He's also scheduled to be on campus for an official visit this weekend. Texas has a lot of momentum in this recruitment right now. They've really put the pressure on Florida and chipped away at his commitment to the Gators here in the last couple of months since they offered him in early October. Getting in late in this recruitment, I think it might have hurt Texas a little bit at first, but they've really made up a ton of ground here, as I said, in the last couple of months. And there's been multiple crystal balls, multiple forecasts from industry experts projecting him to flip his commitment to Texas. Just kind of echoes that sentiment that Texas has a lot of momentum right now. And if I had to put my 2 cents on it, I would bet better chance than not that he ends up in this class next week. He is an early enrollee, early signee, so he will be signing next week. And if Texas can get him in this class and really finish out this recruitment strong, then he's another guy that's going to be competing for early reps right away next spring. A few other names to watch as we're headed down the stretch here, just among high school recruits in the 24 class. 4-star Mississippi State defensive line commit Terrence Hibbler, someone that Bo Davis and Longhorns continue to keep in contact with. Mississippi State, I think, made a strong case to keep his commitment in their class. When he had an official visit to Starkville last weekend, I heard that went well. Alabama, Auburn also pushing there. Another defensive lineman to watch, 5-star Texas A&M commit, Lafayette Acadiana defensive lineman, Dominic McKinley. Excuse me. Texas going in home with McKinley this week. They've invited him to campus for a visit this weekend. It would be an unofficial visit since he already took his official to Texas during the summer. But as of now, it sounds like his family says they're not intending to take any visits this weekend. If he does end up showing up on campus at Texas this weekend, that'll be pretty telling of where the Longhorns stand in that recruitment. But right now it seems like McKinley's holding off until February to end up to sign his letter of intent. Been a little bit more patient exploring his options after Texas A&M lost defensive line coach Elijah Robinson to Syracuse earlier this week. And so, Texas still has a fighting chance. There's McKinley, someone that they've liked for a long time, and so definitely a name to watch. And then a couple of other targets I mentioned earlier, 3-star Utah commit Hunter Andrews, someone that is officially visiting Texas this weekend. Texas offered him about a week ago. Someone that they offered at linebacker or tight end, depending on how the rest of the class and positional numbers shake out. But these Utah guys that some of these 3 low 4-star commits, Texas has got in late on them before. Jalen Ford was a great example of a guy, 3-star recruit that Texas ended up flipping late, and I believe that was the 2020 cycle. And so, whenever Utah comes into Texas, evaluates these guys, they are usually hitting the nail, hitting the nail right on the head. And so, Andrew's an interesting one to watch with some intriguing size, speed, and versatility there. And then Ty Anthony Smith, 4-star Texas A&M linebacker commit and Jasper product in Texas. There's been some conjecture about him taking an official visit to Texas this weekend. It was reported yesterday by On3 and Jerry Hamilton that he would be taking an official visit to Texas this weekend. That official visit seems to be in doubt now, but we'll continue to follow that recruitment. Smith has been a guy that Texas has been after for a long time, one of their top in-state linebacker priorities in the 2024 class. One of the few guys they would have taken and given a spot to in this class if he wanted in. And so that's one to follow late, but something we'll keep you updated on the site. But anyway, if you want to check out more coverage on the Kobe Black commitment, what's coming up next for Texas in the 2024 class, stay tuned on the site, on the YouTube channel. Link up all the work to what we've done today for Kobe Black in the description below as always. But anyway, for Andrew Miller, Hook'emHeadlines.com, that's pretty much it. Hook 'em.